Something troubles you. What is it?
This is your country. I'm an alien here. Now tell me, as if you were not my sacristan or my very good and dear friend, do you resent me interfering with the problems of your country?
I would not be a man or a Mexican if I did not love one who tries to help and feed and shelter hungry and homeless children.
Thank you.
You will go to sleep now?
Soon. You get some sleep.
Good night, Padre.
Why did you take your brother's food, Manolo?
So I would have something to eat tomorrow.
There'll be food tomorrow.
You promise?
I promise. There'll be food tomorrow.
You promise?
I promise. And the promise was kept, for that day at least, but only because the poor had compassion for those even poorer than themselves. Now, if we are fortunate enough to get the mattresses, I'll need some volunteers to carry them. Antonio, Cesar, and Julio. In the truck.
Sure, let's go.
Now, for the rest of you fellas. Julio, I said we'll need your help.
Maybe it's easy for priests to be beggars, but not me. I would rather sleep on the floor.
And Miguel, do you want him to sleep on the floor, huh?
Take care of Miguel until I come back.
Sure, I will.
There's a law against blackmail.
Well, I'll ask God to forgive me then. Because we are a family now, all of us must share in the work and responsibility. And it will be hard work. And I cannot promise that it will get any easier. So, no one has to stay. The door will always be open for anyone who wants to leave, but no one will ever be asked to leave.
Even if he's bad?
Even if he's bad. But I don't expect any of you to be bad.
Carlos and me found the radio. That was good, right, Padre? Some good. The radio don't play. Cesar knows how to fix radios. He can fix anything.
You think you can fix this, Cesar?
Sure. Tomorrow I'll go to the market and pick up some tubes.
Oh, no. Don't pick up any tubes. Don't pick up anything. I'll manage the tubes. It'll be nice to have some music. Now, very important, how many of you can read?
Julio's a liar, Padre. He reads good. Yesterday, when you were away, he took a book from your table and read it.
Well, that's fine. Julio can help me teach the rest of you to read.
Not me. I had enough of this place.
Miguel stays.
You have no right. He's my brother.
Then why? Why do you deny him food and shelter?
I took care of him before.
Miguel cannot survive in the life he led before. Oh, you go if you want. Miguel stays.
You know I can't leave Miguel.
Well, then we have nothing more to discuss, do we? Yes.
I was told in the market that boys could come here.
Yes, if they have no parents. Do you have parents? Well, then you can come here. What's your name?
Jose, I'm not alone.
You mean you have a brother waiting outside? Well, tell him to come in. He's welcome, too.
brothers.
You sure this is all of them?
Yes, Father.
Welcome. Welcome.
More brothers. Tonight we only get half a tortilla each.
Quies in celis sanctificator nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum. Our prayers each day were less for salvation than for a way to feed the family. And if our prayers were accompanied by the rumblings of empty stomachs, I knew our Lord would understand. But if there was hunger, there were pleasures too. Each day, the struggle to raise money to buy food, to provide the other necessities for our growing family became more difficult, more desperate. And always there was Julio, withdrawn, sometimes baiting me, staying only because he knew it was best for Miguel. What are you reading, Julio? A medical manual? Where did you get this?
You mean, where did I steal it?
No, I mean, where did you get it? I don't have a medical manual.
I saw it in the teacher's case. He said I could read it.
Well, you can't possibly understand it, so why do you want to read it?
Because it doesn't say to ask God to fix up what is hurting. It says to look at the blood and the bones, to find out what is wrong, then what to do.
Here, I didn't lose your place.
The hurricane which swept across the Gulf of Mexico to strike Tampico has left devastation in its wake.
It makes too much noise. Fix it, sister.
The static is not from our radio, stupid. It's from the storm.
There is no food. There is no drinking water. All is contaminated. A state of emergency has been declared. Troops have been called in to prevent looting, and the Red Cross is appealing for medical supplies. Stay tuned to the station for further reports.
A terrible disaster, Padre.
Some big hurricane.
Everything's covered with water.
Have there been casualties?
Hundreds are dead or missing. Children roam the streets starving. Their parents killed.
There will be plenty of orphans.
There will be plenty of orphans, yes. But we don't have enough food to go around now. We'll have even less if you bring those orphans here from Tampico.
Maybe we can help them.
No, but we don't have enough to eat. Yeah, we can manage.
Sure, Padre, we can manage.
Of course we can.
Yes!
Yes!
You talk among yourselves, and you come to a decision.
How can they decide?
Well, we got something to say. I think we should tell the Padre to bring the orphans here from Tampico.
That's what I was gonna say. The only thing is that we don't have too much to eat, like Hilario said. Still, if we were in a hurricane, we would like to come here even if there was not too much to eat. So we would have to work for more food. But a hurricane is not as bad as an earthquake. And Carlos and me, we did not die from the earthquake.
See what you mean, that you don't want the orphans to be brought here.
And you want them?
Those who survived the hurricane must be brought here.
Since when do you like this hotel so much you want more customers? We take a vote. Padre.
Have you decided?
We talked like you asked and voted. It was decided for you to go to Tampico to bring back the orphans. We'll give half our food and share the blankets and mattresses.
All voted for me to go.
Oh.
We have little space. We have little food.
There will be typhus after such a hurricane.
I returned from Tampico overwhelmed. The destruction there was beyond comprehension. And everywhere there were children, weeping, injured and orphaned. But even as I grieved for those whose lives had been lost or torn apart, I rejoiced in the unselfishness of my pequeños, in their decision to share what little they had with the orphans of the hurricane.
So many, Padre.
Don't be scared. We are your brothers.
Take him to Miguel. They are close in age.
Where will we put them all?
I don't know. But I brought them anyway.
Father, I came to help Hilario when I learned that you had gone to Tampico. There is a family I know who have an old hacienda in the countryside. It has been unused a long time. Perhaps we can persuade them to part with it.
I know you will be able to persuade them to part with it.
No one can live here, Padre. There's nothing. There has been nothing since the hacienda was burned during the revolution.
But look at the space we have.
Space? But there's no roof over the space.
Only here or there. The hacienda's still reasonably intact. Of course, we've got to clean it up a little, but we've got land, we've got water. And before you know it, we'll be raising our own vegetables.
Padre, how can you look at these ruins and not despair?
I don't know.
But I did despair, for there was no help to be had from either the church or government. The church less concerned with the plight of my children than with the maintaining of the status quo. The government critical of a gringo priest who presumed to do that which they should have done. Only the bishop had compassion, but his resources were limited, and compassion would not feed the children. But if I despaired, I also rejoiced in my pequeños' unselfishness and concern for each other. Again and again, I told them the most important thing was to practice charity, that it would make them loved and loving and would ensure their salvation. And they believed. When I wasn't out foraging for food or arranging for the older boys to go to school in the nearby village of Tepatitlan, I sought counsel from our Lord. Was it vanity that made me think I could salvage the bodies and souls of those I was convinced had no hope for any kind of life without nuestros pequeños hermanos? But each time I asked the question, who would see to the children, the answer was always the same: someone must.
We are sisters from San Jose de Leon. We have been sent to help with the children.
Well, change your clothes and meet me at the trough and bless you.
Tell your padre that if he does not go away, we will drive you off. And the next time, with guns, not stones.
stone this boy. Step out here. Step out here. You do not stone. You do not threaten my children again. You understand that?
You took our land and water.
That land was given us by people who have more charity in their hearts than you.
It is easy to be charitable when one is rich. Without land and water, we cannot survive. Take your cripples and go.